Hello lovely people, it's been a while, Darius here. Today I decided to go for a hike. That's what I do pretty much every day. I go either for a bike ride or a hike. I had a long day, a lot of clients today, so I finished my work and went for a hike, and here we are. I decided to record a video while I'm doing it. So hold on, let me just show you this site. So you can see there's a river down there and it's a valley. It's supposed to be a park, I think, but it's getting renovated right now. You can see things on the other side, and it's a very gorgeous day today. It's probably 27 degrees Celsius and it is sunny, the sky is blue, the grass is green, everything's nice, and the nature is just wonderful today. So I decided to record this video, and it will probably be more like a vlog rather than a serious structured video, but I would like to talk to you about a problem that a lot of people have. I've observed a lot of people who have this problem, and I've had such problems myself in the past, and I was able to overcome it and help other people overcome it. And the problem is that a lot of people tend to put off living their life. They procrastinate living their life, if that makes sense. So they have some ideas, some things that they don't like about their life, some ideas that they want to implement, some changes. They want maybe a better job or better relationships or more time, or live healthier, exercise more, or eat healthier, or do something else, travel, whatever. They want to change something about their life, but they usually wait for something. And this reminds me of a song, and I'm not going to sing it to you, but I would like to quote a few lyrics from it, and it goes like this. It's called Eventually. You say that eventually you're going to live your life the way you think you should. I say that eventually, that moment called eventually may never come. I say that eventually may never come. You say that eventually you're going to learn to love someone besides yourself. You know that eventually may never come. We're told that eventually the greed in you will help to set you free, even if you're rotting from the inside out. We're told in so many ways that eventually the confusion and the fear will pass, even though all we see around us are people living lost and dying lost. The longer you hide from the truth, the surer you will die, alone, lost and confused, if you wait for eventually. So the moral of this song is that you will procrastinate more likely than not. You will put things off and waste your potential, and one day you will just die if you wait for that perfect moment, for something to happen, for life to magically improve. A lot of people have this romanticized fantasy that life will somehow just change without you doing anything. And it is understandable why a lot of people don't want to change their life, because change in itself is quite painful for us, because people, human beings, all of us are in many ways creatures of habit, and we don't want to leave our comfort zone. We want to stay in that predictable environment and do our predictable routines, and predictability gives us a sense of safety and security, either false or an actual, real or perceived sense of safety and security. And anything that puts us out of our comfort zone can be perceived as dangerous, and we don't want to go out of our comfort zone. We want to stay with our routines and do our things, and it's quite painful to to change something. But the question that I would like to raise today for you is, what do you lack today to be able to make a change? Let's say you have a perfect day in your mind when you will do something. What's the difference between today and that day that you're waiting for? In other words, can you do what you want to do, or start doing what you want to do at least today? Can you take a small step today, right now? What's stopping you? What? And I'm not saying like, hey, what's stopping you? Go do it, but more like, what do you need? What do you like? What's the difference? How is that day in your mind different from today? Do you really need what you think you need to be able to take a step today towards self-improvement? And just a side note, I almost forgot, I have a short guide on my website, selfarcheology.com. It's probably on the main page. A quick guide how to start with self-work, how to take this first step towards self-improvement, how to start developing your habits. And you can buy it for, I think, $5, or you can subscribe to our newsletter and get it for free. So if it's interesting, you can look into it. If not, just answer this question for yourself. What do you lack today that you think you will have that day that you are waiting for? Why can't you start today, start tomorrow? And a lot of people think that way, that today I'm kind of tired, it's kind of late, it's raining, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too dark, it's too bright, something. And then next day they think the same way, and then they never get to it. So that's the question. Will there ever be a perfect day? And I would probably argue that there won't be. So why not start today? Why not start with a small step and start doing something consistently every day, or at least routinely, and develop new habits and change your life slowly? Why not? What's stopping you? And I understand I didn't go into psychological and emotional reasons behind it, because procrastination in general, as a broad problem, it's not so much practical. It's not that people don't know how to do things. And even if they don't know, they know how to figure it out, how to gain information if they lack specific information. But usually the problem is psychological and emotional. And I didn't touch that aspect at all, because most people don't even want to get into it, and they just want some practical things or some more superficial ideas that I presented in this video, so that it would be more attainable for the general population. But there's also psychological and emotional aspects to it, and that's where a lot of work needs to be done. But it doesn't mean that there aren't any practical steps that you can take today to get closer to it. And you will meet some resistances, you will meet some opposite thoughts that might stop you from it. You might encounter self-doubt. But then again, do you think that waiting for that day is any better? Because I don't think there will be a day where you will get up in the morning and you will feel completely revitalized and changed, and you will just change your life somehow, that you will encounter a moment where you will be fully healed, fully enlightened, whatever term you want to use, fully self-actualized, and you will just feel, oh, okay, I'm the best version of myself right now, and therefore I can do whatever I want right now. I don't think this will happen. So my challenge to you is to pick a tiny thing that you can do today and start doing it, and develop healthier habits. Do it consistently and routinely, and keep working on it. If you need any help, feel free to contact me and we can talk about it, but don't wait for that eventually, because eventually we all are going to die, and you don't want to die in a position where you have wasted your potential. So that's it for this video. I see some people walking around, and I see some animals and some pets, and it's quite nice. I'm going to continue with my hike. So stay safe, keep growing, and see you in the future. Peace.
You say that eventually you're going to live your life the way you know is right. I say that eventually may never come. You say that eventually you're going to learn to love someone beside yourself. I say that eventually may never come. You are told that eventually you'll be able to live your life for yourself, but you know that eventually may never come. You are told that eventually you'll be able to trust someone besides yourself, but you know that eventually may never come. You are told that eventually the greed in you will help to set you free, even as you're rotting from the inside out. You are told that eventually the greed in you will help to set you free, even as you're rotting from the inside out. We are told in so many ways that eventually the confusion and the fear will pass. We are told in so many ways that eventually the confusion and the fear will pass. Even as all we see around us are people living lost and dying lost still. You are told that eventually the greed in you will help to set you free, even as you're rotting from the inside out. It won't last, you're going to die confused. It won't last, you're going to die confused and alone. The longer you hide from the truth, the surer you will die confused. The longer you hide from the truth, the surer you will die alone and lost and confused. You're going to die alone and lost and confused and afraid. You're going to die alone and lost and confused and afraid if you wait for eventually.